Hello there, hunters and huntresses. Brian, Nelson Creek Outdoors, Lucky 7 Cents, and the now premier bulk manufacturer of scents, Bucket Scents. Doing another little video here, kind of on our Deer Scent podcast. Again, it's just kind of a fun thing to say, but just trying to get some more information out against the bubble marketing and the pretenders that try to dominate the market there. Again, we've talked about this before. The know how the market works. There's several bulk suppliers there that supply thousands of gallons of the same deer scent to multiple companies. That oddly enough, nobody buys. Yeah, reselling bulk. All right, we'll go. Yeah, that's coming. The more information on that is coming. You can say one thing, but when you have to actually document it and tell the truth, it comes out. But anyway, I wanted to do this little series on some of the scents we do now. We do some pretty exotic things here at Nelson Creek Outdoors, cutting edge stuff, and could use some better explanation, I think, of how to use it. And the one first scent I really wanted to start with is one that's really, really, really underutilized, and that is Interdigital gland. Now, for Lucky 7 Cents, this is one of our original Synthescent line versions. It's called Whitetail Deer TRAX. Why is it named that? Well, because whitetail deer follow each other using the discharge that comes from their interdigital gland, which is the gland in between their hoof. If you open the hoof up and look, there's a hole there, and that's a gland opening. And every step they take, a little bit of glandular fluid can be released onto the ground. Why do they do that? Why did they develop that? Why did nature develop that for deer? It's part of the semiochemical communications in their species. The deer are herd animals. They interact with each other. They come across each other. They communicate with each other. And that gland is one of the ways they help them do it. So why would a deer want to track each other? Well, deer are camouflaged. You've had them sneak up, you've had that ghost sneak up on you on your stand, right? So there he is, 10 yards behind you. You never saw him coming. How the heck a 180-pound animal did that to you? No. They're pretty good at it. But anyway, they don't necessarily want to do it to each other. So they leave clues as where they are. And in this case, it's the interdigital gland fluid. As they step, they leave the trace. So let's say a mother and a fawn, or her two fawns, more likely, are going through the woods and they're feeding. It's early fall or whatever, and they're going around munching on stuff, and they don't pay 100% attention to each other. I mean, we've all heard fawns bleat for their mom when they get a little lost. That happens. But if they do become separated or want to find each other, how do they do it? Well, if the doe and her fawns get separated and she comes across their trail, they were just there, she can actually follow that interdigital gland to her fawns and find them. Conversely, if a deer is walking through the woods, they do like to share the same trails, go the same ways, go to the same food sources. She's walking through the woods and comes across the interdigital trail of another white-tailed deer. She can follow it to a food source or any other thing. Same with a buck. When a buck is trailing a doe, not only are they looking for estrus pheromones, they're looking for the interdigital gland contents too to follow that doe. And they're individualized enough when you include the bacteria and other things that act upon them. They can actually tell individuals from each other from some of these discharges. So a buck knows this doe is fertile or becoming fertile or suspects she's going to become fertile. He can follow her through her interdigital gland scent. So what does that mean to a hunter, though? Well, that means you can get a deer to follow a trail you make. So this scent here is basically plain deer urine with interdigital gland discharge synthetic versions. So it's all synthetic versions in here. So it as deer walk, they urinate too, and that just acts as a carrier and stuff, and puts this scent onto the ground. And plenty of our customers have used it. They'll put it on a drag rag, and they'll drag it to their stand as they go out. Now, it'll do two things there. One, it will help to cover any odor you left behind. This is a very strong smell. Interdigital gland is very strong, and it covers very well. So it'll cover your scent trail going in. Two, it will resemble and look like to a deer another deer's trail that they will want to follow. I shot a buck one year on this at, I can't remember if he was the one, I think I shot him at like 7 yards following this right to my deer stand. I think I shot that one with a crossbow. He thought he was following another deer through the woods. He was cut my trail where I'd walked in, turned, followed that trail. And actually, I'd walked to my stand with it. So he walked to my stand, and I shot him right in front of my stand. He was following this interdigital scent, thinking he was following another deer. So you can do that. Put it on a drag rag, on a string, and all that stuff. That's a great way to do it. You can just put it on your boot, too. Sometimes everybody can use things a little bit differently. And you don't always have to be perfect about it either if you don't want to. If you want to just dribble a little bit on your boots as you walk in, stop every 30 yards, 50 yards, whatever it is, and put a little more on and walk in. Hey, use it that way. It'll be effective. I mean, maybe you could find a better way to do it. And I'll show you one here, but, there are other ways of doing it. There's actually a manufacturer out there I've talked to a little bit. I don't know much about them. I think it's called the scent step, where you put the fluid in the thing and it straps in the back of your boot. And his videos and stuff where it leaves a little dot of scent every step you're in. Innovative product. There's something to look at too. You could look at doing something like that. I'd actually do something similar. I've been doing for years, not at that level, and I'll show you. What I use are these. I got these. I think Walmart had for this one, but they have them everywhere. You can call it Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. These are those furniture pads. They're little felt pads that go on the bottom of furniture legs. You just open this up, and this was $1.25. Something like that. And they have them at the Dollar Tree, and it was like $1.25. All right, I pull one of these beauties out of here. They're connected to each other. A little hard to do. All right, and here it is. It's a little felt pad. Very porous little felt pad, but hard. It's got it'll stand up to some abuse. Now, what I do, I'll do it here a little bit. I mean, I don't have my boots on, but I have shoes. And what I do is it's just got a little sticky pad. Now, if I take this paper off, it's sticky under here, very sticky. It's supposed to go on a furniture leg and keep it from scratching your floor. What I do is I stick it in the heel. Now my boots normally have a heel that sticks out a little bit, my outdoor boots. And in front of that heel, I just stick this little pad. And it's on there. Good. Stays on there for just about forever until you finally wear them off walking. I mean, I've had some of them on there. Probably a couple seasons they've been on there. All right, but now you got a little soaky pad. So you take this, you open it up. I'm not going to do it in here. It'd be gross. But anyway, and then you just, you take, you have it's on the bottom of your boot, and just lift your foot up, shake it on the bottom of your boot, I know you're getting older, balance sucks sometimes. But you can do it, and you get it on the pad, and then every time you step, this little pad leaves it. Maybe every 50 yards, stop a little bit, shake a little more on there, and walk back in. That's what I've done many times. And it works very well. It's a very effective way of doing it. So if you want a scent where you can actually get a deer to pretty much follow you to your tree if you want to, if he cuts your path, cover your own entrance odors, stuff like that, look at Lucky 7 Synthescent Whitetail Deer TRAX. Again, it's a deer urine scent, a synthetic deer urine scent with the interdigital gland and other chemicals needed to get a deer to think you're another deer and follow you. Right? That's the again, Lucky 7 Synthescent Whitetail Deer TRAX, one of the great original scents in the Lucky 7 lineup. This particular one, as we get into doing more bulk stuff, we will private label this. Now, again, Nelson Creek Outdoors owns all formulas. We don't share formulas. We don't assign formulas. The industry doesn't do that, and we weren't going to do it either. But you add, we do make some modifications to stuff. You can add your value into supporting your customers. If you want to sell bulk, sell your own private label scents to somebody, you can do that, and we'd be happy to work with you. So just give us a shout, and we'll do that. Otherwise, if you're just a hunter out in the woods that wants to shoot a bigger deer and have more tools in his kit, you can buy this directly from us at lucky7cents.com, or you can go to nelsoncreekoutdoors.com. We have a couple different access points to our store, and you can get this for a really great price and really have a tool, another tool in your arsenal. Again, that's kind of the theme lately here is just like VIP broadheads we talked about earlier. We build tools for hunters. This is a tool. A lot of the other industry is putting out toys, pea perfumes that don't really attract deer, things like that. Toys. We're into the tool side of things. We're not into the toy side. So again, thanks for watching a quick video. I hope it was a little bit informative, and hope it gives you some ideas to put something new in your toolbox. Thanks a lot.